Hey there Transformers fans, this is Wesatron. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Toys R Us exclusive, originally Asia exclusive, Wheelie from the Transformers Generations line. Now, you can see from the box, this is the standard Generations that we've been seeing before. Great illustration at the top, figure in car mode. Back's got a little bio about Wheelie, which I'll get up on here. If you want to pause it and read that, you may. And there's a shot of the figure showing his slingshot. Speakers deploy. What? What? Why would they say that? If you guys didn't know, this is a repaint and slight remold of the Jazz figure from, I think it was Transformers Classics 2.0 or Reveal the Shield. I can't remember which series he was in, but it's basically a Classics figure. The interesting thing to note about the box is that in this picture, they do show him with Jazz's blaster, but as far as I know, he doesn't actually come with it. I don't see it down in the back package anywhere, and the whole speakers thing is really weird. So let's get this guy open and see what he's made of. Here you can see we have Wheelie out of packaging, and they actually did a really great job with the Jazz mold. Granted, he is absolutely enormous compared to what he should be, but as far as just the look itself, the colors, head sculpt, and new weapon sculpt are all fantastic. Let me get this moved up a little bit. First we'll take a look at his head. You see, this is like the perfect capture of the Wheelie head, the classic. I mean, it looks just like the first animations you saw back in '86. It looks great. No light piping, although it looks like he probably could have it if they decided to have done it. Hasbro usually makes that decision afterwards. I don't understand that. Like, they build it for light piping and then paint it. It's very strange. But yeah, the head sculpt, pretty impressive. I really like that. And then also you've got his new slingshot. He does not come with Blaza's Jaster. Jazz's blaster. But he does come with a new slingshot, which is really cool because it can be held by the peg in on this end as a blaster, you know, like a standard pistol, you know, like that, or you can put it in his hand like his classic slingshot, which I think is really neat. That was a cool design move on Hasbro's part. I like the way they did that. And you see it's all very techy, very classics looking. I like this look a lot. Very cool stuff. Now, Wheelie here, you can see his colors are really nice. They did a great job. They've got this nice orange on the hood with the little blue there for his streak. Kind of some darker red on the legs, kind of an orangish, I guess. Dark grays, lighter grays for the feet and joints and the hands. He just looks really good. Yeah, great looking figure. He does include Jazz's speaker accessories, which I'm not really sure why. That's just a weird thing to me. I don't know why they did this. It's like you might as well have given him the pistols if you're going to do that. But basically, here's Jazz's speakers. I'll never have them deployed because it's weird. They're sitting on a little ball joint on a clip, the 5mm clip. So, and it's already come off. So you do have the option to display him with that if you so choose, but why would you? I don't know. And it's going to be difficult, so I'll just leave it the way it is. So yeah, articulation. A little bit of a ball-jointed head, not a great amount of movement on it, a little up and down, but hardly anything. It's mostly just left and right, and it's going to be kind of blocked by his hood here. Ball and socket shoulders. So get a pretty good range. They actually cut into the top of the ball, or into the top of the shoulder, so you can straighten out his arm, which is very cool. Swivels in the bicep, double hinged elbows for transformation, but they are functional, so you can get them all the way up like that. He's got ball jointed wrists, ball and socket, so a nice good rotation and in and out movement and everything. Swivel waist, ball and socket hips, swivel thighs, double hinge knees, again for transformation, but they are functional. and hinged ankles, which go pretty far back and pretty far forward too. No side to side on these, but they are, you know, pretty huge feet, so they will be pretty functional. As you can see, he can get into some pretty deep stances without falling over. I mean, that's pretty good right there, without even having to adjust the feet at all. Now, Wheelie here is actually the second version of a Wheelie character come out in the Classics-like line. The first was this little guy, who came out several years ago and was very difficult to find when he did. They were kind of near the end of their legends, I think, at the time. So he and Rodimus and a couple others were very difficult to find. But as you can see, this is probably closer to what size he should be, and probably still a little too big, but you see how different they look. I mean, just down to even the color of the plastic, how different it is. Actually, that's really close. But the darker orange, the accent orange, is a little darker on this guy. But you can see very similar designs. He's even got the blue slingshot up in his car shoulder door thing there. So it is really just an odd move altogether to put out another Wheelie. It's kind of strange. I mean, in this same line we've also got our second Springer too, who initially came out as a repaint of a Cybertron character, the Chopper from Cybertron, I can't remember, but so they're kind of retreading some ground here, but the figure looks great, so what are you going to say? Here he is next to Jazz. You can see how different the mold really looks, just with the different colors on it, and different heads. I mean, they look like two completely different characters. Yeah, very, very interesting. Transformation. Now this is going to be interesting on camera, so we'll see how this goes. So first you want to take a slingshot out, and I'm going to need to realign this thing to make sure, get that good and plugged in, so that it doesn't get in the way of the transformation. So basically, I'm going to start with his hood, move it up over his head. I've got to slide his car back a little bit, or his roof back a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to tuck up his arms and move them in one at a time. And forget how I do it as I do it. You gotta fold his arms up like so. And the hood kind of locks together as you push it up. So you'll see the hood should be coming together. And doesn't, so that's fun. And we're back. Okay. Sorry, I realized I was doing that wrong. His arms don't actually fold up on each other. They kind of wiggle around the side here, kind of around the head. Sort of similar, I guess, to what some of the alternators did a little bit. So basically now you've got the car doors open and the legs have not been transformed yet. So transform the legs. Gotta move the feet back into place. This is on a spring here, and I'm just folding the heel into the shoe, or into the foot. And let's see, how do you do this? Yeah, you move the foot all the way back. I'm trying to do this from memory on my Jazz, and I haven't transformed him in a while. So now you've got kind of this big clump on the back, and you're just gonna move the whole thing just like that. Make sure you get everything lined up just so. And then the two legs clip together, and they sort of, as Octobotamus puts it, accordion up into the rear of the car, and then they kind of click into place. See, there's these tabs here. You're going to want to get those to click. It's kind of difficult. There we go. I kind of just moved that up and then put it on and then locked down like that. So now basically you've got this, it looks like the car's just got its doors open, and then you'll pretty much just close up the doors And if you have done everything right, which hopefully I have, then it will lock into place like so. And you can see here's Wheelie's little car mode. He's supposed to be a pretty speedy little guy, so it looks great. I like the spoiler on it. The colors look great again. Very classic looking. He does, as I said, come with his blaster, which on Jazz typically... Oh crap. His head won't go down. Oh. Anyway, on Jazz typically this would plug up underneath his hood, which you can do with Wheelie. Unfortunately, when I do, you can see this blue part sticks out here. I've tried the orientation on both sides, and I can't get it to not block this wheel from turning. So if you do get it in this position, the wheel will not sit on the ground. So I can't really show it to you very easily. Let me see. That's also his head kind of blocking it right now, but I assure you I wasn't able to do it. So if you can do it, let me know. I would like to see exactly how it's done, because it's not working for me. But yeah, this is just a quick look. Well, not exactly quick, but this is my look, which tends to be longer and long-winded, at Wheelie from the Generations line. And this isn't a Toys R Us exclusive here in the States. So you will have to hoof it if you want to find this. I don't know if they're showing up online or not. If they do, grab them while you can. I don't know how quickly these are going to sell out. Toys R Us's exclusives typically pretty good, but masterpieces especially are not. They can be difficult to find. The animated figures were kind of hard to find. They're exclusives. So if you spot them, I'd recommend go ahead and pick them up. Don't drag your feet on this one. Don't say, oh, do I have the cash or not? You live light for a week. You need Wheelie. He's a great figure. I hope everybody can get their hands on him. I paid $14.99 for him. $14.99 for all the new deluxes. So it's a pretty decent. Well, I don't want to say it's a decent price because I don't want to encourage Hasbro, but it is what they cost now. So what are you gonna do? But yeah, this is Wheelie from Generations Asia exclusives that are currently at Toys R Us. Highly recommended. Very cool toy. Got a couple flaws, but for the most part, this guy is pretty outstanding. And even though he's not going to fit size-wise into your collection, he will fit as a very cool-looking toy. So if you get the opportunity, pick him up. And if not, I'm sorry. I tried. I tried everything. You didn't answer my calls. I just texted you and texted you, called you. What were you doing? Good Lord. Make sure you check out www.infinitehollywood.com. Newt's closing up Mega Month over there, and I'm interested to see what he's got coming up next. So thank you guys for all the new subscribers. We're over 100 now. Woohoo! So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the comments. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or anything, hit me up, and I'll be glad to help. Thanks, guys. Bye.